What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 185. There's levels to this. Let's see what we got. Hopefully that worked. Should be only for my members right now. Should be live. I'm gonna go ahead and see if this video posted. So I just put up a video right now talking about the whole KidSmoove situation. Shout out to KidSmoove, by the way, the best bot. And the man is getting attacked right now for his opinion. Which to me is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very telling, very interesting. I don't know. Like, why would you attack him for his opinion? I was trying to understand where he could possibly be coming from. We form attachment sometimes to these physical objects, and yes, it's strange. And if you're someone out there that's not, if there's nothing that you have around your house or anything like that, and when you see it or you touch it, it brings you back memories or something hard for you to get rid of, then yo, good for you. Good for you. It is what it is. But there's certain things that are just create a different type of emotion and stuff, right? So for me, the Xbox Series X, even though there's definitely plenty of things about it, I'm not gonna say plenty of things about it. The main thing that I don't like about the Xbox Series X is that I believe, and again, I'm not a developer, so I could be completely wrong, I believe that it's not being used to its full potential, and I believe there's no incentive to be used for its full potential. When the main Xbox console this generation is the Series S. Until Microsoft proves me different, that's just what I believe. So that's my biggest gripe with the Series X, is that I feel like Microsoft is abandoning it, which apparently that's the same thing that happened with the One X. They weren't really utilizing the full power of that either, which is very unfortunate. But besides that, gaming wise, as a gaming console, I have gamed the most I have gamed in a long time because of my Series X, and I have been able to game through past generations seamlessly, flawlessly, which does mean something. It does mean something. A lot of people say, who buys a Xbox Series, who buys a new generation console to play old games? Well, I guess I do. The difference is I'm not paying new game prices for old games, and that's a huge difference. That's a huge misconception that people have. Like, well, if you're okay with playing old games, why is it wrong when Sony does remasters and remakes? Because they're remasters and remakes. You should be able to play. You know, it's a great example. I'll see if I could show you this. If I could show you this, maybe it'll connect better. Let me see. Maybe it will. Maybe it will connect better. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. But I gotta give it a shot, right? Which one do I want to go? This one? Yeah, I want to go to this one. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys something. I'm sorry, I'm not really good at switching scenes like that. Y'all know I barely edit. Y'all know. I mean, y'all don't even know I'm apologizing. Y'all used to me already. Y'all know what y'all get when y'all come in here. All right, so I'm gonna show you this. Okay, if I come in here, right, and let's say I do. There you go. Mass Effect. Okay. These games are on Game Pass, right? But if I wanted to play Mass Effect, I could play them directly on here, and they're, enhanced as much as they can be by the Series X. Some of these older games are FPS boosted. I don't know which ones are, which ones aren't, but in general, some of these older Xbox 360 games are FPS boosted, and Xbox One games are XPS boosted. So there's no real need for a remake or a remaster or anything like that. But even then, if I really wanted to play the remake or remaster, then it's also here on Game Pass as well. Like, so there's a huge difference, man. This box has allowed me to access more games via Game Pass, yes, than I could have ever imagined for just $15 a month. And to me, that's extremely worth it. So this hardware, this box, even though Game Pass is the main driving force, I'm utilizing it through this box. I'm going to remember the feelings and the experiences that I was able to get using this box. So I understand when KidSmoove is upset about sales for the PlayStation being extremely high and sales for Microsoft not being high when Microsoft's not even marketing their console side of things, because in his mind, it's going to lead to the death of the actual hardware, which a lot of people can see that coming. Or at least maybe next generation, there won't be a Series X equivalent. Maybe next generation, Microsoft only sticks to the Series S variant of whatever that is. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe the answer is we will always make the cheapest level of next gen entry, and then the PS5 by default becomes the PlayStation by default becomes the main platform to game if you want the best, whatever, which honestly, this generation, if they would have done that, I don't think it would have been a bad idea. It wouldn't have been a bad idea for all of us that feel like we got lied to with the Series X. I already know what everybody's gonna say. If you thought 60 frames per second on a console was possible, then you're an idiot. This, and that. Okay, dude, whatever, bro. If that's the way you feel, then next generation or forever, all the generations, we should only have 30 frames per second. If it's on a console, 60 frames per second should only be on PC. I mean, if that's your mentality, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's up to the developers. See, some of them say it's up to the developers. Some of them say that it's just you shouldn't have expected it from the console. So which one is it? Is it up to the developers, or should we have not accepted it from the console? I don't know. But is KidSmoove wrong though for saying that? Again, like I stated in my video, the only thing I think he's wrong with is the fact that if Microsoft sells Xbox, I don't think the name Xbox stays. So it won't be an Xbox. It won't be an Xbox. If you sell the technology of something to somebody else or whatever, is it still that same product? In my opinion, it's not. In my opinion, it's not. It's like, isn't IBM owned by like Lenovo or something? Like, didn't Lenovo buy IBM or whatever? And then that's it. We don't hear about IBM anymore. I don't know. You guys tell me though. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about this. Some very interesting times in gaming when these companies are taking different approaches. PlayStation would be incentivized to make a PlayStation 6. They sold a lot of PlayStation 4s. They're selling a lot of PlayStation 5s. Clearly, their business model, as far as the hardware goes, is working for them. They can become, not only can they keep seen as a market leader, but they could get to a point where it's completely out of reach, which I think Microsoft already saw it going that way, and that's why they heavily invested in being able to use their service on multiple platforms. But what does that mean for the Xbox console gamer? And that's where the problem lies. See, what KidSmoove is trying to do is he's actually trying to save the Xbox console gamers by saying, hey, if Microsoft, if you don't care about Xbox anymore, give it to somebody else, because we still care about Xbox. He said it plenty of times. He said, I am not a Microsoft fanboy. I'm an Xbox fanboy. I respect that. I respect him saying that. I'm not a Microsoft fanboy. I'm an Xbox fanboy. That's tough. Why on earth would Microsoft sell Xbox? What's up, Farrell? No. It's not why would Microsoft do it. It's would it benefit the Xbox console gamer if Microsoft sold Xbox? That's the question. That's the question. Would it benefit the Xbox console gamer if Microsoft sold Xbox? I know hardcore console gaming fans like TK9, right? He's not apologetic. He is a console fan through and through. He could care less about PC. I even think he's got a PC, but he doesn't really use it. To him, what Microsoft is doing with Xbox, he's done. He's an Xbox fan, but as an Xbox console, what Microsoft is doing with it, he's done. You know? Microsoft is a never-ending bank. Yeah, but Farrell, again, the question, Farrell, what is the benefit or the con to the Xbox console gamer if Microsoft were to sell Xbox? You know, I prefer to play on console. I do. However, though, it's gonna be. I'm just telling you right now, from what I've seen so far, unless the second half of this generation console, Microsoft does crazy amazing thing with the Series X, it's gonna be really hard for me to purchase or to adopt it brand new like I did when it first comes out, the new Xbox console. It's gonna be really hard because Farrell, here's the thing. You show me how Microsoft is proving that they care about the Series X. If you ask me that question about the Series S, I can answer that. They have a whole new SKU with more memory because the complaints that one of the major complaints that the Series S had was the memory. They went ahead and fixed it. That's proof right there that they care about the Series S. Once they get this deal completed, I think it will improve. Okay. And we'll see. Maybe they've just been so busy with this deal that once this deal goes through, maybe they'll start marketing the X a lot more and all that other stuff. You know? Maybe. We'll see though. We'll see. It's not black and white though. But we'll see. Again, the only disagreement I have with KidSmoove on his take is the fact that I don't think it'll be Xbox anymore. I don't think anybody's gonna keep it and still call it Xbox. I think they'll just change it and call it something else. Which then at that point, is it still considered Xbox? I don't think it is. Final Fantasy Outline will have 4K 60 on the Series X and not S. And that to you proves that that they care about the Series X. Because they're showing a different parity. Is that why? I mean, if that was the case for every single game, then I could see your point possibly. If I hate to use Redfall, but Redfall is the best example. If Microsoft said, "Yo, Redfall is not coming out until you have a 60 frames per second mode on the X, at least on the X. You're not dropping Redfall until you have a 60 frames per second mode on the X." Then okay. Now you're caring about the gamers that purchased the stronger console. Same thing if they did the same thing with Starfield. Like, yo, figure out to put a performance mode in it. You know, it's a huge game. They want to show what they can do. I believe it. I believe you. I just wonder. Man. That's all. I hope hold on, give me a second. Oh, they did not let it go to 4K? It's a huge gem. Oh, it's a huge game. I bet I read that already. I guess. I don't know. I'm not a huge Final Fantasy fan, which is funny because Cowboy in my last video was talking about, what did he say? He said, "Doc, why do you care about Final Fantasy if you're not even a Final Fantasy fan and it doesn't mean nothing to you, this, and that?" And it's like, bro, like, I don't know how many times I gotta explain why even games that don't matter if you're a Game Pass gamer, if you're a subscription service, because there's plenty of games that I would have said are not my type of game that I got to play because of Game Pass, and I thoroughly enjoyed them because they were in there. Off the top of my head, I could think of one, Recore. I would have never played something like Recore. I would have never played something like was it Focus? Yeah, I would have never played something like Focus. And now I'm like, the Focus was fire. Recore to me was fire. I mean, the games that I got to play, I wouldn't have played anything like Ghostwire Tokyo either. I didn't like things with like magical elements or whatever. But I got to do it because of Game Pass. So yeah, I'm not a huge Final Fantasy fan, but if for whatever reason I'm like, yo, let me try Final Fantasy, then all right, let me try it. See, these are the safe games though. The Titanfall 2s, the even Atomic Heart to me is kind of like a little bit safer. It's still first person shooter, right? Those are like safe games. So I don't know. We'll see. But Pharaoh, I appreciate you stopping by, bud. I just wanted to go live real quick for that video. You play online games. Destiny 2. Back in the day. Okay. I even played EverQuest Online Adventures. Okay. Pharaoh, OG of gaming. Pharaoh, I appreciate you stopping by and chilling with me, man. I really do. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to go to the gym. I got a little bit more to sip on my pre-workout, and then we're gonna be out of here. Today is Sunday. I got arms today. I'll come back home and probably just chill for the rest of the day. He said, "I'm old, Doc." No such thing, brother. What's old? I'm old. I'm almost 40. I'm 38, which is funny when I see people talking about like, look at this 40-year-old man. You know, I had a comment, right? Some dude said, I hope that when I'm 40, I'm not in a camera, or I'm not somewhere talking about video games and console war and all this other stuff. And I was thinking, like, I don't know how young this person was, right? But I prayed for them. I pray that when they do reach my age, they're blessed enough to live a life where they can turn on a camera and talk about stuff that doesn't really matter. I pray that they're healthy enough that they're not worried about anything else. Like right now, thank God I'm really healthy, right? I pray that their family is healthy, that they're not worried about anything else. I pray that they're financially stable, that they're not worried about anything else. I pray that they don't have to have 2 jobs, so then they don't have time to do this. Like, dog, anyone that has the time to do this and to put energy into this, low-key probably lives a pretty blessed life. There's a different level of what's the word I'm looking for? I guess blessed is the best word, you know? Yeah, and no age limit. Gamers do get older. You're right, but he's talking about like actually turning on a camera and talking about video games and all that other stuff. And it's like, yeah, you pray that you don't do this when you're older, but you're not understanding what it means. The fact that I could chill with you on a Sunday morning sip my little pre-workout, talk to you about some stuff, and then go head to the gym, and then later on tonight I might stream, whatever. Like, oh, that's a pretty good life. It's a pretty good life. I'm not worried where my next meal is coming from. I'm not worried whether or not my car has gas. I'm not worried whether I gotta go to a doctor's appointment for something. Like, this is what I worry about. Yo, they attacking KidSmoove. I gotta come talk to about KidSmoove. This is what I'm worried about, man. That's a pretty blessed life. So I actually said a little prayer for that person that left a comment. I didn't even reply back to his comment. I just left it at that. But I think that's funny when people are like, old man talking about this and that. Bro, you should want to get to our age and be able to talk about plastic boxes. Because if that's one of the problems that you have in your life is plastic boxes and console wars, that's a pretty good life. Thank God. So it is what it is. But all right, guys, I'm going to head out here. Got to go hit this gym. Like I said, I want the gym to close on me. But I appreciate you guys. And I'm going to be playing Titanfall 2 on Twitch. So come follow me. So far, I put the power cores in the dude in BT, and I am thoroughly enjoying this game right now so far. I know it's only the beginning, but it's set the mood right and everything, so it's dope. All right, guys, Doc 195 is levels to this. We out. Peace.